3 months ago, The Washington Post reported that even as Donald Trump ran for president, he pursued plans to build a Trump Tower in Moscow. The next day, the New York Times published excerpts from emails between Felix Sater, a felon with ties to Russian organized crime, and Michael Cohen, one of Donald Trump's lawyers and Sater's childhood friend, about the project. Sater was apparently an intermediary between Trump and Russia, and in a November 3, 2015, email to Cohen, he made the strange argument that a successful deal would lead to Trump's becoming president. Boasting that he was close enough to Vladimir Putin to let Ivanka Trump sit in the Russian president's desk chair, Sater wrote, "I will get Putin on this program and we will get Donald elected." These stories were, at the time, bombshells. At a minimum, they showed that Trump was lying when he said, repeatedly, that he had nothing to do with Russia. Further, Sater's logic that Putin's buy-in on a real estate deal would result in Trump's election was bizarre, suggesting that some part of the proposed collaboration was left unsaid. But 3 months feels like 3 decades in Trump years, and I mostly forgot about these reports until I read Luke Harding's new book, Collusion, Secret Meetings, Dirty Money and How Russia Helped Donald Trump Win. One uncanny aspect of the investigations into Trump's Russia connections is that instead of too little evidence there's too much. It's impossible to keep it straight without the kind of chaotic wall charts that Carrie Matheson of Homeland assembled during her manic episodes. Incidents that would be major scandals in a normal administration, like the mere fact of Trump's connection to Sater, become minor subplots in this one. That's why collusion is so essential, and why I wish everyone who is skeptical that Russia has leverage over Trump would read it. This country, at least the parts not wholly under the sway of right-wing propaganda, needs to come to terms with substantial evidence that the president is in thrall to a foreign power. Harding, the former Moscow bureau chief of The Guardian, has been reporting on shady characters like Paul Manafort, the former Trump campaign chairman who was indicted last month, long before Trump announced his candidacy. He was able to interview Christopher Steele, the former British spy who wrote the dossier attempting to detail Trump's relationship with the Kremlin, and who describes the conspiracy between the American president and the Russians as massive, absolutely massive. Collusion doesn't purport to solve all the mysteries of this alleged conspiracy. There's no longer any serious question that there was cooperation between Trump's campaign and Russia, but the extent of the cooperation, and the precise nature of it, remains opaque. Harding makes a strong case for Steele's credibility, but Steele reportedly said that the raw intelligence in his dossier is only 70% to 90% accurate, so it's hard to know which parts of it to believe. But Harding's book is invaluable in collating the overwhelming evidence of a web of relationships between the Kremlin, Trump, and members of Trump's circle.